Are you living or just existing? In a world where life seems to move faster with every passing day, it becomes crucial to ask ourselves one of the most fundamental questions. Are we truly living, or are we just existing? It's a powerful distinction, and one that has the potential to redefine our entire approach to life. To explore this, we must first look deeply at what it means to merely exist and contrast that with the essence of truly living. What does it mean to exist? Existing is something we all do by default. It is the state of being alive in the most basic sense, breathing, eating, sleeping, and fulfilling our biological and social duties. We exist when we perform the actions necessary for survival, but do not necessarily find meaning or passion in them. When we exist, life becomes a repetitive cycle: wake up, go to work, complete task, go home, and repeat. This can happen for years, and many of us may not even realize that we've slipped into this pattern. It's as though we're on autopilot, getting through the day, but never truly experiencing it. This mode of existence can be comfortable because it doesn't demand much from us emotionally or mentally. We follow routines, check off boxes, and do what is expected of us by society, family, or our jobs. But in doing so, we often lose sight of ourselves. We become spectators in our own lives, watching from the sidelines as the days blend into one another without leaving any lasting impact. Existing is rooted in fear and complacency. We might fear stepping out of our comfort zone, fear failure, or fear uncertainty, and as a result, we settle for a life that feels safe. But safety can sometimes come at the cost of fulfillment. We convince ourselves that as long as we're meeting basic obligations, that's enough. Yet deep down, we might feel a nagging sense that something is missing, that life should be more than this endless routine. For many, the idea of waiting becomes a way of life. We tell ourselves that we'll start really living once we reach a certain milestone, whether that's financial stability, career success, or personal freedom. But the danger of waiting is that time keeps slipping away, and before we know it, years have passed without any real change. Existing, then, is a passive state, one that relies on time to pass rather than action to be taken. What does it mean to live? Living, on the other hand, is an active and intentional choice. It goes beyond the mere act of surviving and enters the realm of thriving. To live is to be fully present in the moment, to engage with the world around you, and to seek out experiences that bring you joy, fulfillment, and growth. When you are living, you are not simply checking off tasks on a to-do list. You are actively participating in your life with passion and purpose. Living with purpose. One of the key elements of truly living is having a sense of purpose. Purpose gives your actions and choices meaning. It provides direction, guiding you toward goals that resonate with your values and desires. Purpose can come in many forms. It might be found in your career, your relationships, your hobbies, or your contribution to society. Whatever it may be, having a purpose means that you are not just going through the motions, you are moving forward with intention. You wake up each day with a reason to push yourself to grow and to make a difference in your own life or in the lives of others. Living with passion. Passion is what lights the fire within us. It's that deep-seated enthusiasm that drives us to pursue what we love, no matter the obstacles. When you are passionate about something, life takes on a new vibrancy. Whether it's a career, a hobby, a cause, or a relationship, passion gives your life color and texture. Without passion, life can feel flat and uninspiring, much like existing without really living. To live passionately means to follow your interests with curiosity and enthusiasm. It means allowing yourself to be fully immersed in the things that bring you joy and not holding back out of fear of failure or judgment. Many of us suppress our passions, thinking they are impractical or that we don't have time to pursue them. But living without passion can leave us feeling disconnected from ourselves. Living in the moment, being truly present, is one of the most powerful aspects of living. So often, we find ourselves consumed by thoughts of a past or worries about the future, and we miss out on the beauty and richness of the present moment. To live is to be mindful of where you are, what you're doing, and how you're feeling right now. It's about savoring the simple pleasures, a cup of coffee in the morning, or walk in nature, or a conversation with a friend. It's about truly listening when someone speaks to you, rather than letting your mind wander to the next task. Living with courage Living also requires courage to step out of the comfort zone of mere existence and into the unknown. When you are truly living, you are willing to take risks, face challenges, and embrace uncertainty. You understand that growth comes from pushing your boundaries, from experiencing discomfort, and from making mistakes. The comfort of existence may protect you from failure, but it also prevents you from achieving your full potential. Living courageously means embracing the highs and lows of life, knowing that every experience, whether good or bad, is an opportunity to learn and evolve. Living authentically, another critical aspect of living is authenticity. To live is to be true to yourself, to align your actions and choices with who you are at your core. It means not being swayed by societal pressures or the expectations of others. When you live authentically, you are not concerned with fitting into someone else's mold. You are focused on becoming the fullest version of yourself. This can be difficult in a world that often encourages conformity, but authenticity is where true fulfillment lies. It's about accepting yourself, your strengths, your flaws, your quirks, and living in a way that honors who you are. Authentic living frees you from the need for external validation, because you are grounded in your own truth. Living through connection, human connection is at the heart of a truly lived life. We are social creatures, and our relationships play a central role in our sense of purpose and fulfillment. When we live, we invest in meaningful relationships. We nurture connections with family, friends, and even strangers. We listen, share, and empathize. Living in connection with others reminds us that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. It brings richness to our lives that material possessions or solitary achievements can never provide. Living with gratitude. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to shift from existing to living. When you practice gratitude, you focus on the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude allows you to appreciate what you have rather than constantly striving for what's next. It helps you recognize the abundance in your life even amidst challenges. Living with gratitude turns ordinary moments into extraordinary ones simply by shifting your perspective. Living means growth. Finally, living is about growth. Life is not meant to be static. It is a journey of continuous learning and self-improvement. When you are truly living, you seek out new experiences, embrace change, and strive to become a better version of yourself. This could mean learning new skills, exploring new places, or expanding your mindset. Growth often comes from stepping into the unknown, from trying and failing, and from reflecting on your experiences. Living fully means embracing the process of growth, even when it's uncomfortable, because you know it's taking you closer to your true potential. How can you shift from existing to living? If you feel like you've been stuck in a mode of existence, it's important to know that shifting to living is within your reach. Here are a few steps that you move from merely existing to truly living one. Identify what matters to you. Take time to reflect on your values, passions, and desires. What brings you joy? What gives you a sense of purpose? When you know what matters to you, you can begin to align your life with those things. 2. Set intention. Start each day with a clear intention. Whether it's to be more present, to take a small step toward a goal, or to connect with someone, setting an intention helps you approach the day with purpose. 3. Embrace the present moment. Practice mindfulness. Focus on the here and now, rather than getting lost in thoughts of the past or worries about the future. Being present allows you to fully engage with life as it unfolds. 4. Take risks. Step out of your comfort zone. Whether it's trying something new, pursuing a passion, or facing a fear, taking risks is a crucial part of living fully. You don't need to make drastic changes all at once. Small, intentional risks can have a profound impact. 5. Cultivate relationships. Invest in your relationships. Reach out to people you care about and make time for meaningful connections. Share your thoughts, listen to others, and nurture the bonds that matter to you. 6. Reflect regularly. Take time to reflect on your life, your choices, and your experiences. Are you moving in the direction you want to go? Reflection allows you to make adjustments and stay aligned with your values. 7. Practice gratitude each day. Take a moment to acknowledge something you're grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus to the positive and helps you appreciate the richness of life. In conclusion, the distinction between living and merely existing is profound and transformative. To merely exist is to move through life in a state of inertia, where days blur together, driven by routines, responsibilities, and the expectations of others. It is a passive state where we often find ourselves fulfilling obligations and doing what is necessary for survival, but not truly engaging with life in a way that brings deeper meaning or satisfaction. When we exist, we are alive in the biological sense, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, we may feel disconnected, unfulfilled, or stuck in a cycle of monotony. However, to live is an entirely different experience, one that requires conscious effort, courage, and intentionality. Living is about embracing the full spectrum of human experience, from the joy and beauty of life's pleasures to the challenges and uncertainties that come with growth and change. It means actively participating in life rather than letting it pass by. Living involves taking risks, pursuing passions, and seeking purpose. It means waking up each day with a sense of excitement or curiosity about what lies ahead, rather than merely getting through the day for the sake of it. Living is not about external circumstances. It's not about how much wealth, status, or success we achieve according to societal standards. Instead, living is an internal state of being. It is about how we engage with the world around us, how we connect with others, and how we find meaning in our everyday experiences. It's about cultivating a sense of purpose that aligns with our deepest values and desires, whether that purpose is found in our relationships, our work, our passions, or our contributions to society. To live fully means embracing authenticity. It requires us to be true to ourselves, to reject the pressure to conform to expectations, and to live in a way that is aligned with who we truly are. This kind of authenticity allows us to experience life in a deeper and more fulfilling way, because we are no longer chasing goals that do not resonate with our true selves. Instead, we pursue the things that bring us genuine joy, peace, and satisfaction. Living authentically often involves taking the road less traveled, but it leads to a life that feels real, meaningful, and deeply personal. Another crucial aspect of living is being present in the moment. So often we get caught up in the past or worry about the future, and we miss out on the richness of the present. Living fully means learning to appreciate and savor the here and now, whether that means cherishing small moments of joy, being mindful of our surroundings, or truly listening and connecting with others. When we live in the present, we experience life more vividly and with greater appreciation. We stop rushing toward the next milestone or achievement, and we learn to find fulfillment in the journey itself rather than in the destination. To live also means to be open to growth. Life is a journey of continuous evolution. And when we are truly living, we are constantly learning, adapting, and growing. We embrace challenges as opportunities for growth rather than seeing them as obstacles to avoid. We recognize that failure is not something to be feared, but something to be learned from. In this way, living requires us to step out of our comfort zones and face uncertainty with a sense of adventure and curiosity. When we do, we open ourselves up to experiences that help us grow, not just as individuals, but as human beings connected to something greater than ourselves. Connection is another pillar of a lived life. To truly live means to build and nurture meaningful relationships with the people around us. Human connection is one of the most profound sources of fulfillment and joy. It is in our interactions with others that we find love, support, and a sense of belonging. Living fully means taking the time to foster deep connections, to be present with those we care about, and to open ourselves up to vulnerability and emotional intimacy. These relationships bring richness to our lives, and they remind us that we are not alone on this journey. Perhaps one of the most important elements of living is gratitude. When we live with gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. Gratitude allows us to see the beauty in everyday moments, to appreciate the people in our lives, and to acknowledge the opportunities and experiences that shape us. Living with gratitude transforms our perspective on life, making even the most ordinary moments feel extraordinary. It helps us cultivate a sense of contentment and fulfillment that comes from within, rather than relying on external achievements or possessions to bring us happiness. Ultimately, the choice between living and merely existing comes down to mindset. Existing is the path of least resistance, one that is often shaped by external forces, routine, and societal expectations. It requires little reflection or self-awareness, but it also leads to a life that feels shallow and unfulfilled. Living, on the other hand, is a conscious and intentional decision. It requires us to take our lives, to make choices that align with our values, and to seek out experiences that bring us joy, meaning, and growth. Living demands courage because it often involves stepping into the unknown and facing discomfort. But it is through this courage that we find the deepest sense of fulfillment and purpose. Living is about making the most of the time we have. It's about realizing that life is finite and precious, and that each day is an opportunity to engage fully with the world around us. When we live, we make the decision to invest our time, energy, and attention in the things that truly matter to us. We stop waiting for the right moment to start pursuing our dreams or making changes. We understand that the time is now, and we embrace life with open arms, knowing that every moment is an opportunity to create meaning and leave a lasting impact. In the end, the choice between living and existing is one that each of us must make for ourselves. No one can live our lives for us. It is up to us to decide how we will engage with the world and what kind of legacy we will leave behind. If we choose to merely exist, life will pass by in a blur of routine and obligation. But if we choose to live, we open ourselves up to a life of passion, purpose, connection, and growth. We find meaning in the everyday, and we leave a lasting imprint on the world around us. So as you reflect on your own life, ask yourself, are you living or are you just existing? The answer lies in your hands. Choose to live fully, deeply, and authentically. Choose to create a life that resonates with who you truly are. Choose to pursue your passions, to seek out purpose, and to embrace the journey with open arms. Life is too precious to be spent merely existing. Choose to live, and in doing so, you will find the fulfillment, joy, and meaning that make life truly worth living.